How are you today?
Great.
I'm gonna have you introduce yourself today. Welcome to Fabulous Reality. What inspired the idea was when I first originally started writing my book, I envisioned it where I get on all sorts of clientele that come in my chair, and I get to hear the most amazing stories from every individual person. And I feel like, you know, I interview people every day, all day, every 30 minutes. So the idea came about of being able to interview the everyday people of everyday life, and just finding the ordinary, beautiful people and finding out what they're unique and special in. Because we're all special and we're all talented in something. Go for it.
Demarcus Tate. Appreciate you having me in here today.
Of course. I appreciate you coming in. I know you weren't feeling too well a couple of days ago, like myself, so I'm really blessed that you are here today and being able to come in and, you know, do this interview. I'm glad it's not COVID.
Jax. We made sure 3 times.
You made sure 3 times? 3 different test swabs? How deep did they go in your nose?
As deep as they could.
As deep as they could, huh? You know, I took a COVID test not too long ago, and honestly, like, I was surprised how non-invasive they were into my nose, and how everybody else was telling me how invasive it was. But all right. So are we doing the same kind of haircut we usually do?
Yes, sir.
You know, I know you, so it's gonna be one of those funny interviews because I know a lot about you already. So I'm gonna ask you questions like I don't know you. Let's say. Let's start with, what do you do?
Right now, I direct hotels for Hilton.
Okay, you direct hotels for Hilton. How do you direct? What do you mean by you direct hotels for Hilton?
I'm the assistant general manager, so I kind of oversee the entire property of certain locations that I'm at.
Okay. How does one get into like an industry like yours?
You gotta start from the bottom.
And what does the bottom look like?
$7 an hour.
Woo, $7 an hour.
Long nights.
Long nights.
Very long hours.
Very long hours. Okay.
And a lot of missed activities.
With whom we're talking about?
Anybody.
Anybody. All right. I'm guessing you're not at the $7 mark no more because you're managing.
Facts. That was a while ago.
That was a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the industry like change after COVID and stuff like that a little bit, or you still kind of see it being ran and operated in a similar way and fashion?
When COVID first hit, we did have to operate differently, obviously.
How'd you guys change? What did you guys do to change operations?
Mostly cut the staff. I had to let them go. They got their unemployment, so they were happy.
Okay, so you guys cut staff.
Totally bring them back as soon as we could, just to hold tight.
Okay.
And then we'd restructure financials, budgets, how we're going to spend money. Most of our corporate done that for us. Like
Okay.
the hotels, we don't do much like that. Alright, we have really good corporations that send out emergency plans. So,
Did you guys do anything to like, as an emergency plan for like the rooms and how you guys kept like hospitality guests and stuff like that, like up to date? Because you know, like, I know like not all hotels changed. Like at one point they didn't change out like the top layer, right?
mm-hmm.
But they'll change out like the sheeting and like all the bedding,
Yeah.
and then like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Or you guys do like, what's like the sanitation like now compared to what it used to look for a room?
Still depends on your hotel. Some hotels still don't do it, but mostly Hilton hotels, they do it. They have to do it.
Okay.
Hilton, Marriott, the higher end hotels, they always do it. So you can always count on those to change them every day, but the lower end hotels, they're still not going to change them. It's too much labor, it's too much cost to do that. They can't afford that.
I totally get that.
It's unsanitary, but they can't afford it. So, yeah, you pay for what you get, I'll tell you that.
I get it.
Pay the high dollar.
I always say, if you're staying in any kind of hotel, just in case, bring your own pair of sheets.
Facts. People do that. They bring their sheets, their pillows.
I don't doubt it.
There's cleaning supplies.
I remember one time, dude, I was like, not too familiar with California, right? And I was kind of like last minute like trip and everything. I did everything like last minute, right? And I ended up getting like a hotel in Crenshaw.
Oh wow.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, and we got to the hotel, and I was just like, "Fuck, dude, this is a hotel." Right? It was like more like a motel, right?
You're in
But
shock.
they were advertising it like a hotel. So I got there and I'm like, "Oh hell no, dude!" There's like cigarette burn marks and the
man.
covers. Like, I'm not lying. I probably saw 2 cockroaches crawling around
Oh my god.
that night.
That's terrible.
I was like, you know what? I was like, I went to Walmart. It got me some new sheets. It got me the whole set. And I was like, never again. But now I kind of like do the thing where I kind of bring my own just in case for that experience.
It's a terrible experience.
Because you definitely don't know.
Yeah.
So if you were able to go back to your past, right, would you change anything? Or what would you tell yourself to do something different?
Just tell myself to stay focused, don't give up. I wouldn't do anything different.
You wouldn't do anything different?
Nah.
Okay. And you wouldn't change anything, huh?
No, just remain focused and head in the right direction.
Where do you see yourself like 5 years from now?
With a private company building my first hotel, if it's not already built.
Okay. So you want to own your own hotel eventually at one point?
Yeah, I'll have about 2 dozen.
2 dozen?
Yeah.
Nice. So, what are like some of like the things that like owning a hotel? Like I know we were talking about it a little earlier, but you were saying that like the Hilton would pay what 50% if you're qualified, and what do the qualifications look like in a sense?
And so you have to get with a really good private company, and then that way build with them, and they'll kind of work out the costs and all the legal stuff with Hilton. You just got to have some money to back it up.
And you said what, 50% at least?
At least 50. Yeah, you're gonna have at least 50% of the profits, so you can help throw in as well.
Okay. And then what would you do different compared to what they already are doing in a sense?
Not much.
Not much. Like what would you do different? Let's say, if you were to do something different in the industry.
Build more, like in different locations.
Okay, like
I'm building more of a community versus just a hotel.
okay, the community more than a hotel.
Yeah.
I like the community.
Which they do that already. It's just I want one of mine. They already do it. I just want to do it myself. I want one that I own.
You want to hire one?
I said I want one that I own. No, I don't want to hire it.
Okay.
Only Hilton store.
So which company would you go with, or would you just come up with your own brand?
It'd be a Hilton branded hotel,
Okay.
just with a different name. So it'd be like Tate Towers with a Hilton name on it.
Safe Towers with the Hilton name on it.
Tate Towers
Safe Towers.
with the Hilton name attached.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there a reason why you just wouldn't just do it just Hilton? Because like Hilton's like well known and stuff like that.
It'll still pop up on Hilton's name,
Okay.
but you still want to create like a different brand to be out there. You don't want to just build Hiltons everywhere. You build different Hilton brands around. That's kind of how you create the most revenue for your money.
Okay.
Have different options for people.
Would you ever have like, you know how they have like the guys that come in and do the restorations of the hotels, and then they'll advertise that specific room because they did the restoration on that room. You know what I'm talking about or no?
No.
Like, what's that guy that goes around and fixes hotels? Can't think of his name. But he has a thing where he fixes hotels and then people want to stay in his specific hotel because it's specifically suited how he creates a standard for that room. And then he tells like the owners how to like the rest should be built out that same way kind of thing.
Nope. I wouldn't use anyone like that, no. But I'm glad he's making a career out of that.
Oh yeah. He definitely made a career out of it. Like he doesn't own any of the hotel properties, but he owns like a share of that specific room, or if anybody rents that room, long term kind of thing, which is kind of nice because it's like at that point you're just like a space holder.
You mean like a timeshare, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they have plenty of those. A lot. They have a lot of timeshares.
Now, what's the difference between a timeshare and a hotel, like a room rent, like rate?
Exactly what you just said. He owns some of it, and he gets a portion of it every time they sell it.
Okay.
And he can come there anytime and stay there for probably little to nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what you just said.
Wouldn't it be better off to be like a timeshare holder in a sense than a hotel holder? Because then you own like a bunch instead of just one.
Any for me?
I'm asking.
Yeah. Depends on what you want. If you like to travel around, get you a couple timeshares. Me personally, I don't. I just want 24 locations that I go there whenever. But yeah, some people like timeshares. They can travel, get a little bit of money back every now and then.
I don't like timeshares. I've sat through a timeshare meeting one time. I got coerced into it in a sense by my ex-wife, and then I really didn't want to buy one, and then I kind of fell back because she gave me those puppy tear eyes. You know what I mean? And then I ended up buying one like a schmuck. I swear to God, and I had to get rid of it after a while. I was like, I used to tell her, I was like, I feel like timeshares are for people that don't go on vacations. In a sense, you know what I mean? And because it forces them to go on vacation, right? But I was already going on vacations and I already do all that fun stuff. So for me, the timeshare didn't make sense because then I was kind of forced to go to that hotel or forced to go to that specific location. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not one to want to do the same thing over and over again. Cool. How's that look?
Much better.
Much better? So, where do you see yourself? You say owning hotels. Do you see yourself having partners in the hotels?
Oh yeah, you have to. I have like 5.
Do you eventually not want to have any partners?
No, I always have at least 2-3 partners.
2-3 partners. Okay.
It's not fun doing it by yourself.
Why not? Why do you say it's not fun doing it by yourself?
It's boring.
I mean,
You get all the money just sitting there doing nothing.
true.
Sure, hotel management ain't not too exciting, much going on when you're just making all the money. So you have some partners and enjoy it with.
I got you. Rocking out.
Rocking it out.
I feel you.
So it's good to be in good company.
I totally agree. Good company is like priceless.
Exactly. Hotels will come and go, but you want some partners that'll stick it out with you.
True. I definitely have good people that will definitely stick it out with me here. The thick and thin. I consider everybody like a family member in a sense in the shop that at least joins me into the journey. Because in the end, it is like a growth journey between you and the people that are next to you. You know, and the ones that don't want to be next to you, get the fuck out of the way, right?
It's true.
So how many barbers you been to all your life?
What, 4?
4. I'm your 4th barber.
Number 4.
What is the difference between the barbers that you've seen, that you've tried?
Not too much. You guys all have the same passion for what you do. You can tell. I say I had the same barber until I just moved from elementary to college or to high school, and then all through college, same one. And then I came out here. I found one for like 3 months, but he's out there in Peoria, and boom, here I am.
Have you ever had any bad experience with barbers?
Yeah, I had one.
Let's hear about it.
It was rough with the clippers.
Rough with the
Yeah,
clippers.
just teared my little forehead up.
Was it so it was just his clippers were just overly sharp?
It was way too sharp. He ain't listen.
And he had a heavy hand.
Pretty big, heavy. Pretty big guy.
That's funny. I always tell my barbers, I was like, you can have sharp ass clippers, but if your hand is heavy, that's when you really fuck up the guy.
They feel all that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I lucked out here.
For sure you did. I feel like Arizona got good talent on barbers. I met a few good barbers out here. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them are a little lazy, but you know, that kind of comes with every industry. That you always have like talent. I always say talent. When you got good talent, you got laziness with good talent.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There's a reason why they're good and they're lazy at the same time.
He mastered it.
Yep. You gotta have him still over here, you know, or I'm gonna cut his lip up. Cool. How's that look? Fabulous.
Yes, sir.
Get you a nice warm towel. 1 second. So what would you do if I stopped cutting hair?
Hopefully Dahlia could take over.
Huh?
Hopefully Dahlia could take over.
Hopefully Dahlia can take over.
Keep your boy looking fresh.
She definitely will, that's for sure.
That'd be good.
Dahlia's amazing.
She is.
I met her at the club. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
I met Dahlia at the nightclub. She was hiding in a corner. She was like in the corner hiding, like behind like a couple of guys, tall guys. Like nobody come see me. Yeah, and I started talking to her, and she told me she was a hairdresser. And I was like, oh, I'm looking for a hairdresser. You should come work for me.
That's funny.
First you were trying to send me a shot. You wanted me to come up for a haircut.
For true, I did. I wish I, like, you know what I mean, like, my whole mentality when I go out is like, kill two birds with one stone. Never just go out, you know what I mean? Go out with an intent to like at least sell yourself too, kind of thing.
You gotta do both, right?
For sure. I definitely do try to sell myself all the time. That's the one thing I'm really good at, sales.
It's the most important thing in the business.
It is. I feel like the one thing I've learned in life is like you gotta learn how to sell yourself first before anything else, because it's like it's you first, then the actual, like, you know, what you do, and then everything else in between.
It's true.
It's you, talents, and then everything else after.
I got a car for me, though.
Huh?
I got a car for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just a car? Not a house? It's like, why go small when you go big? Alright, thank you so much for joining us at Fabulous Reality today. Thank you for coming in. Thank you guys for watching Fabulous Reality, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next episode.
What you been about? All that time we spent apart, they got me healing.